you. All right, Capricorn, let's get into your reading. So, the energy that I have for you today is this: somebody has been holding something back, and it is finally about to come forward into the light. And I need you to feel how real this is, because this energy is not small or passing. This person reached a tipping point inside, and now there is no turning back from what they feel. They carried this weight in silence for a long time, and the pressure became too much to bear. Let us come in close today, because the cards reveal someone who cannot keep pretending, someone who knows this connection is real. What they feel for you grew past their control, and containing it only made things worse for them. The truth they have been sitting on is heavy, and it demands to be spoken out loud today. Something shifted recently inside this person, and that shift made staying quiet feel impossible for them. Their emotions kept growing louder every passing day, and ignoring those feelings only intensified everything inside. No matter how hard they tried to push it away, those feelings always returned stronger than before. And at some point, they stopped fighting it, because the silence became heavier than the truth itself. It was not a sudden decision. It was a slow surrender to something they could not outrun. The next card coming through is the Knight of Wands, and it confirms everything I feel today. This knight blazes in with pure intention, someone who already decided exactly what they want from you. The Knight of Wands does not wait around. It moves because standing still became more painful than speaking. What I feel from this card is raw determination, like nothing could slow this person down at all. They are done overthinking every outcome, and the only direction they see now points straight toward you. Their hesitation broke apart quietly one morning, and in its place came a certainty they never had before. That certainty changed everything about how they carry themselves, and you will feel it when they approach. I love this card because it carries no doubt, just pure forward movement toward what they truly want. The Knight of Wands confirms the offer is coming fast, and it will catch you completely off guard. A boldness runs through this energy, and it tells me they stopped tiptoeing around their feelings entirely. We also have the Ace of Cups, and this shifts the reading into much deeper emotional territory now. The Ace of Cups shows me a pure emotional offering, something they have never given anyone else before. This is not casual interest or some passing mood. This is someone placing their heart on the table. They fought these feelings for a very long time. They tried convincing themselves the timing felt wrong. But every attempt to walk away only pulled them closer, and now the resistance has dissolved completely. The Ace of Cups confirms that their heart already chose you, before their mind could even catch up. What they want to place before you is rare, and they feel the weight of what it means. This offering carries their full vulnerability inside it, and that level of openness is new territory for them. They never let someone see this part of them before, and choosing to reveal it took real courage. Something sacred lives in the way this offering comes through, because it asks for nothing in return. Then we have the Star, and this brings divine alignment that ties every piece of this together beautifully. The star tells me this moment was always written in the plan, no matter how long it took. This card carries peace after a season of deep confusion, and it shows they finally see clearly now. The fog they lived in for so long has lifted, and what remains is nothing but pure knowing. For a while, they questioned every feeling inside. They doubted whether this was real or just temporary. But the star confirms all of the doubt has cleared, and only honest certainty lives within them now. This is not impulse or desperation driving them forward. This is peace guiding them toward what feels right. All three cards point toward the same undeniable truth, and that truth is heading straight for you now. The The message today is real and deeply powerful. Someone is coming, and they refuse to hold anything back. The universe will not let them keep hiding, and that is exactly why this timing feels so urgent. Now, looking at your side of this, the cards paint a very specific picture today. You carry a quiet strength lately, and most people have no idea how deep that strength runs. Something about how you hold yourself makes others believe everything comes easy, but you know better. Underneath that composure lives someone who has survived real storms, and those storms shaped everything about you. You learned long ago that not everyone deserves your emotions, and you guard that space carefully now. That guarding was never born from fear. It was born from wisdom you earned through painful experience. The walls you built were never about being cold. They existed to protect something precious inside you. That protection served you well for a long time, but lately, something inside has started to shift. A part of you is softening in ways you did not plan, and you feel it happening quietly. The first card here is the Page of Cups, and it speaks directly to where your heart stands. The Page of Cups shows a part of you that is opening, ready to believe in something again. You have been guarded for valid reasons, but your heart is quietly reopening all on its own now. It was not something you forced or planned. It happened because your spirit was ready for change. Your soul recognized that the old armor no longer fit, and piece by piece, it started letting go. The Page of Cups confirms that deep inside, you already sense something beautiful making its way to you. Even though your mind tries to stay cautious, your heart already started leaning into what it feels. You catch yourself thinking differently now, and those thoughts carry a warmth you had almost forgotten about. That warmth is not weakness. It is proof that you healed more than you gave yourself credit for. You survived things that would have broken most people, and instead of hardening, you grew softer and wiser. The way your heart responds to tenderness now is different, and that difference came from everything you endured. You notice moments of gentleness landing deeper than they used to, and that depth surprises even you. We also have the Empress, and I love what this card reveals about you in this present moment. The Empress shows me someone who grew into their fullest self, a version that radiates quiet, magnetic energy. You may not fully see it yet, but how you carry yourself draws attention without you even trying. The Empress confirms you did deep inner work, and that work transformed how you move through the world. A fullness lives in your energy that was not always present, and it came from everything you survived. You stand in a season where your value is clear, and the universe wants you to own it. I feel like you sometimes question whether you deserve love that feels easy, safe, and genuine at once. But the Empress reminds you that you absolutely do, and your energy already reflects that truth every day. You carry a beauty forged in fire, and no one can take that from you, no matter what. There is nothing about your journey that suggests you should settle, because everything you walked through says otherwise. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, and this card confirms something powerful about where you stand today. The Nine of Pentacles shows someone who built their own peace, their own stability from the ground. You did not wait for anyone to hand you comfort. You created it through patience and quiet resilience. This card tells me you know your worth deeply, on a level that words could never fully explain. And that knowing is what makes this moment important because you are finally ready to receive fully. You stopped chasing what was never yours, and in that stillness, you became magnetic to what truly belongs. The Nine of Pentacles confirms you are not looking from lack, but from wholeness and inner peace. And that shift from longing to groundedness changed everything, including how the universe responds to you. Everything the cards show about your side tells one story, and that story is complete readiness for this. You did the healing and the growing, and now you stand where receiving feels natural instead of frightening. The version of you sitting here today earned this moment through everything you walked through with quiet grace. Okay, let us look at what is happening on their side, because this is where it gets deep. This person has been living inside their own head, and nobody around them knows how deep it goes. The weight they carry is not something they discuss. It stays locked behind doors that rarely open. They built a whole world inside themselves for processing alone, and that inner world is very heavy. Nobody sees the full picture of what they feel because they learned early how to mask everything. Their silence was never about not caring. It was about caring so deeply that words felt too small. Every emotion tied to this connection got swallowed down, tucked somewhere nobody could ever question it. They became so skilled at hiding it that even they forgot how much they were carrying at times. They convinced themselves that silence was the safest path, and for a while that strategy actually worked. But something cracked open recently, and now the feelings are flooding in without any warning at all. They did not plan for this shift, and the speed of it left them unable to hold on. The first card here is the moon, and it exposes the depth of what they have been hiding. The moon tells me they lived in emotional fog, unable to sort through their own feelings clearly. Confusion sat with them for months, a constant pull between what they want and what scares them most. The moon shows someone who questioned their own heart, searching for any reason to doubt what they felt. They told themselves it was not real, that it would fade if they just gave it enough time. But it never faded, and the moon confirms the truth only grew louder with every attempt to ignore. What lives beneath their surface is intense, far deeper than anything they have ever let anyone see. Their inner world holds emotion they spent months trying to sort, and the answers kept slipping away. The fog was not about whether the feelings existed, it was about what to do with them next. We also have the Six of Swords, and this reveals a major shift happening quietly inside their mind. The Six of Swords shows someone leaving behind old patterns, patterns that kept them emotionally stuck for years. They are walking away from the version of themselves that ran from vulnerability, and that walk is hard. Old beliefs about love and trust get challenged daily, and they feel the discomfort of that growth deeply. The Six of Swords confirms they are crossing into new territory, even though the process feels painfully slow. What I feel here is someone who quietly decided, once and for all, to stop repeating old mistakes. They looked at their patterns with honest eyes, and what they saw forced them to admit something difficult. This person realized that guarding against love in the end also blocked what they truly needed most. That realization changed how they see everything about this, and there was no going back from that moment. The walls they had always relied on started crumbling from the inside, and they could feel every crack. Then we have the King of Cups, and this shows the emotional growth developing beneath their surface now. The King of Cups reveals someone learning to sit with feelings instead of running from every one. For most of their life, they shut down around deep emotion, but that old pattern is finally breaking. They are becoming someone who can hold the weight of real love, and that becoming is still unfolding. The King of Cups tells me they want to be steady, to show up with real presence. Their motives are not shallow. They come from a genuine place of wanting to be enough for this. This person has been doing invisible work, reshaping themselves so they can handle what the heart demands. Nobody gave them an ultimatum or forced the change. They chose this growth because the feelings required it. And that choice came from the deepest part of who they are, not from pressure or expectation. The King of Cups confirms what drives them is not ego, but a deep need to be worthy. The version of themselves emerging now is different, someone who can meet this connection without flinching. Everything on their side tells one story, a person mid-transformation, quietly becoming who they need to be. Their inner world is shifting in ways they barely understand, but the direction is unmistakably clear now. So let us talk about the action now, because things are moving and they are moving fast. This situation is no longer standing still. The momentum has already started building behind the scenes. Steps are being taken right now, ones that will bring this into a completely new chapter soon. The energy shifted from thinking into doing, and once that shift happened, nothing could slow it down. What was once silent thought has now become a real plan, one with real direction behind it. Decisions are being made quietly, and those decisions carry weight because they are backed by true intention. The fence no longer exists in their mind. They already know the direction, and they are walking it. The only thing left now is the timing of the approach, and that timing is very close. Preparation has been happening already, and the groundwork for this moment was laid before anyone noticed it. Movement is in progress now, and it is aimed directly at creating a real moment between you. This is not theoretical energy sitting in the background. This is active forward motion happening today. The first card here is the Eight of Wands, and this card is pure speed and forward motion. Everything is accelerating now, like pieces falling into place one by one without anything stopping them. No hesitation lives in this energy anymore. No pausing to reconsider, just clear motion toward a destination. Messages may arrive suddenly, contact may come out of nowhere, and it will feel faster than expected. Delays are officially over according to this card, and what comes next will happen with real urgency. Plans are being set into motion, and the speed of this will surprise both sides when it lands. Communication is opening up in a way that has not happened before, direct and intentional this time. This card carries energy where obstacles clear themselves, like the path just decided to open up wide. Nothing is blocking this anymore, and the things that once stood in the way quietly moved aside. When the first move happens, it will trigger a chain of events that picks up speed quickly. One action leads to another, and the pace builds from there, creating momentum that feeds on itself. This is not a slow build. It is a fast and deliberate strike aimed with full precision. Whatever unfolds next carries certainty behind it, like every single detail was planned well in advance. Then we have the chariot, and this confirms that the movement is focused and completely unstoppable now. The chariot shows willpower driving every step forward, a refusal to let anything derail what is coming. This is controlled power moving in one direction, not scattered energy, but a focused charge toward one outcome. The decision has already been locked in fully, and now it is all about execution and follow through. No more circling the same questions over and over, just forward motion with purpose behind every step. Wheels are already turning in this situation, and those wheels are not waiting for permission to continue. The chariot tells me this person locked onto their target, and their focus will not break now. The chariot confirms this approach will feel bold when it arrives, because full resolve is behind it. Mental obstacles have been cleared first, and now the physical steps are beginning to follow that inner shift. What I see happening is a direct move, not a hint or a test, but a real approach. The chariot carries victory energy, and that tells me the outcome is already leaning strongly in favor. The plan is mapped out clearly in their mind, and nothing at this point will change that direction. These two cards together paint a picture of swift, focused, and irreversible forward movement toward this connection. Speed comes from the Eight of Wands, control comes from the Chariot, and together they are unstoppable. Action is the only answer the cards keep giving in this section, and it is happening right now. Whatever held this situation in place has released, and the path forward is wide open for what comes. The next move will not be subtle. It will arrive with clear intention, and you will feel it. Once that first step lands, everything else begins to unfold in a sequence that feels almost destined. The cards are clear on this. Action is here. Momentum is building, and nothing stands in the way. Now, this is the part they would never say out loud, the confessions they keep buried deep inside. If they could sit across from you with no walls, what they would say would leave you speechless. There are words trapped inside this person, words that have been sitting there longer than you realize. They rehearsed conversations with you inside their mind, full confessions that never made it past their lips. Late at night, when nobody is watching, they replay moments with you that most people would overlook. The smallest details about you live in their memory, things you never thought anyone was paying attention to. They remember how you laugh when you are caught off guard, and that sound never leaves their mind. They remember things you said in passing that you already forgot, and those words stayed planted inside. What they feel goes far beyond what the surface showed, and the depth of it would shock you. The first card here is the Ten of Cups, and what it reveals about their desires is powerful. The Ten of Cups tells me they dream of a full life with you, not just a chapter. This is not someone imagining a short moment. They are imagining mornings and evenings and everything between. They picture what peace would feel like beside you, and that picture lives in their mind constantly now. The Ten of Cups shows me they crave emotional wholeness, and you are the center of that vision. They want the kind of love that feels like home, safe and warm and built on something unshakable. And the confession they cannot bring themselves to speak is that you already feel like home to them. You already represent the peace they have been chasing, and admitting that out loud terrifies them completely. The Ten of Cups confirms their deepest desire is not just connection, it is a lifetime built together. They imagine holidays and quiet nights and shared silence, the kind of life most people only talk about. What lives underneath all of the hesitation, at its very core, is someone who already chose you fully. They did not just develop feelings, they developed an entire future around you inside their own mind. The weight of that hidden vision is what makes them go quiet sometimes, because it overwhelms even them. They carry a confession that goes beyond attraction. It touches something permanent, and that permanence scares them. If you could hear every thought they swallow down, you would understand exactly how consumed they are. Then we have the lovers, and this card unlocks the most intimate confession sitting inside their heart. The lovers tells me they see you as their mirror, the person who reflects back what they need. This is not casual wanting. This is someone who recognized their match and sat with that truth quietly. The lovers shows me they feel spiritually pulled toward you, like something beyond logic connected you both. They confess silently that no one else compares, and that confession has been building for a long time. Every person who came before you only confirmed what they already suspected, that you are the difference. No one else made them feel this way, and that realization sits heavy in their chest every day. Other connections felt incomplete beside what they feel here, and that comparison haunts them in quiet moments. The lovers confirms they do not just want you, they feel they were always meant to find you. This card carries a confession of destiny, a quiet belief that the universe placed you in their path. They would never say this directly, but they believe something bigger than both of you is at work. The lovers tells me their heart holds one secret above all others, and that secret is you. What they confess in silence every single day, without even knowing it, is that you changed everything. Before you, they had a version of love in their mind that felt achievable, but never truly fulfilling. After you entered their world, that version shattered and was replaced by something they did not think existed. The confession buried deepest is simple. They want you, only you, and that want runs through everything. So, looking at the near future, the cards show me this is all coming together very soon. What has been building quietly is about to step into the open, and you will see it clearly. The timing is no longer distant, and when this moment arrives, the shift will be unmistakable. The first card is the Queen of Wands, and she confirms bold energy entering your life soon. The Queen of Wands shows confidence leading the way, someone stepping forward with warmth and presence. In the near future, expect a moment that catches you off guard in the most beautiful way. Communication will open up directly, and what gets said will carry weight that changes everything between you. This is not a maybe or someday. The Queen of Wands confirms this is arriving in your reality. We also have the Four of Wands, and this paints a picture of celebration and mutual recognition. The Four of Wands tells me the near future holds a moment, one where both sides meet openly. Something uncertain for a long time will settle into place, and it will feel like coming home. The Four of Wands confirms stability ahead, a foundation being laid for something built to last. Now, here's my advice as we close this reading, and I want you to really hear this. Stay open, even when your instincts tell you to guard yourself, because what comes deserves your openness. Do not let old fears write the script for what happens next. You already outgrew those patterns. Trust what your heart has been telling you quietly, because your intuition was right all along. When this moment arrives, do not overthink it. Just let yourself receive what is being offered. You earned this and you did the work, and the universe responds to the energy you put out. Lead with your heart and let the walls come down one by one, because this is safe. Let me bring this reading full circle now, because the message has been clear from the very start. Someone is coming in hot. They cannot hold back any longer, and this offer will leave you shocked. Every card confirmed that message, and not one card in this reading contradicted what the universe said. The Knight of Wands opened with fire and speed, someone charging toward you with total certainty inside. The Ace of Cups revealed a pure emotional offering, something deep and never given to anyone before. The Star brought divine timing and clarity, confirming this moment was always written into the plan. Every card from the beginning carried the same thread, and that thread never wavered once throughout. The Page of Cups showed your heart softening, ready to believe in something beautiful once again today. The Empress confirmed your magnetic energy and growth, proving you already radiate what this connection needs. The Nine of Pentacles showed wholeness and independence, someone who built their own peace from within. The Moon exposed their hidden emotional world, the fog and confusion they struggled through on their own. The Six of Swords confirmed their mindset shifting, leaving old patterns behind to become someone better. The King of Cups showed emotional maturity developing, a person learning to sit with love, not run. The Eight of Wands brought pure speed, confirming that delays are over and forward action is here. The Chariot locked in focused movement, willpower driving every step toward this connection with full resolve. The Ten of Cups revealed their deepest desire, a full life together, not just a moment, but forever. The Lovers confirmed the most intimate confession of all, that they see you as their destined match. The Queen of Wands and Four of Wands close this out, bringing bold arrival and celebration ahead. 15 cards came through in this reading, and every one pointed to the same undeniable truth. This connection is real, this offer is coming, and nothing in the cards says it can be stopped. The universe lined up every sign to make sure you received this message, and now you have it. I want you to sit with this reading, let it settle into your spirit, and trust it fully. You are deeply loved, more than you know, and the universe wanted you to hear that today. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. I love you, and I believe in you. Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your